Located in the cornfields of Indiana in a little town called Santa Claus is one of the best theme parks in the Midwest. Holiday World and Splashin Safari brings you high thrills, big splashes, and family fun to make any visit a lasting memory. With over 40 rides and attractions, you might not be able to get everything done in one visit. So in this video, I'm going to give you the 10 best attractions at Holiday World and Splashin Safari. Which ones will make the list? Find out next. Hey everyone, it is Cullah from Destination Thrills, and I am very excited to present to you my pick for the 10 best attractions at Holiday World and Splashin Safari. There are so many fantastic rides, from their world-class roller coasters to their innovative water attractions. This list is going to be jam-packed with quality thrills. Now, before I hop in, I just want to welcome those who are new to Destination Thrills. We post tons of theme park and roller coaster content, so if you're interested in ride reviews, theme park predictions, and coaster countdowns, then I recommend hitting the subscribe button below and heading over to our homepage to see some of our latest videos. Now, when I visited Holiday World for the first time in 2016, I was overwhelmed with how many amazing rides there were, especially in the water park, which could easily be considered one of the best water parks in the nation. I know it is without a doubt one of the best water parks I've personally been to, and what is truly amazing is that general admission gets you access to not only this giant water park, but it also gets you into the main theme park where you have 5 roller coasters and many other attractions. Now, I've been to Holiday World several times since 2016, and during that time, I've been able to craft up my top 10 rides at this park. Now, as a reminder, this is just purely my opinion. I'm sure everyone will have a different top 10. I tend to like rides that get you wet, provide a high thrill, have a quality ride duration, and allow you to be interactive in some way with either the ride or other guests. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at these rankings. Alright, so without further delay, let's jump right into the countdown. At number 10, we have Liberty Launch, an SNS shot tower located in the 4th of July themed area of the park. These are pretty popular attractions, and you just may have one of these at a park near you. This ride is not very tall, only taking you up 7 stories, but you certainly feel the rush when you are being catapulted to the top, and then you have this airtime bliss moment when you get shot back down. The ride also has the fear factor when you're just sitting there waiting to be thrusted into the air, and it just feels like you're sitting there for a long time, and then bam, you just get shot up into the sky. Now, this ride isn't very long, but it definitely packs a punch and is why it makes it on the countdown at number 10. Moving on to number 9, we have Raging Rapids, a rapids boat adventure located in the 4th of July section. I am a huge fan of these attractions because they allow you to be very interactive with your group and other guests. It is always a good laugh when you see someone who doesn't want to get wet get absolutely drenched with water during the ride. I feel like we all play this game of who's gonna get the most wet, and it's this interaction that makes the ride so much fun. What I really enjoy about Raging Rapids specifically is that there is a water curtain towards the end that guarantees you're gonna get wet. I also appreciate the theming on this ride. It's got this Wild West saloon theme to it, and it just gives a nice charm to the ride overall. Alright, let's quickly move on to number 8, which is our first roller coaster on the list. It is Raven, a CCI wooden coaster located in the Halloween area of the park. Built in 1995, Raven has a height of 80 feet, a top speed of 48 miles per hour, and a total track length of 2,800 feet. This coaster has won multiple Golden Ticket Awards for Best Wooden Coaster with its aggressive layout through the wooded terrain. Now, in most recent years, this ride has been overshadowed by newer, taller, faster, longer roller coasters in the park, but this ride is still a must-do each time I visit. Now, one reason I don't have Raven higher on the list is because the ride experience is a bit short and it can be really rough, almost unbearable at times, but I will say it does have a good out of control feeling, which keeps me coming back at least once every visit. Okay, let's move on to number 7. We have Gobbler Getaway, a shooting dark ride attraction located in the Thanksgiving section. I love this ride for multiple reasons. First, I'm a competitive guy, so competing against my friends to see who can take down the most targets is a thrill in its own way. Also, shooting the targets is pretty simple compared to other dark rides. For example, on the Justice League rides at Six Flags Parks, sometimes I feel lost not even knowing where I'm shooting. On Gobbler Getaway, however, you get a good feel of where you're aiming, which makes it a lot easier to shoot the targets. The ride also has a really good duration. It's not short at all. There are multiple scenes and different rooms that you go through, and there are tons of targets to shoot. Finally, it is a fantastic way to take a break from the weather. Whether it's the brutal heat, pouring rain, or even the cold of winter, you at least have one ride that you know you can go to when the elements are bad outside. And that's why I feel like it is a good fit for number 7. Let's head over to the water park for our number 6 attraction, and that is the new for 2020 Cheetah Chase water roller coaster. Cheetah Chase is one of 3 water coasters you will find here at Splashin Safari, and it is certainly one of the most unique. The best part of the experience is that you are racing against another raft, so when you drop into the launch area and you speed up the first hill, you are neck and neck with your opponents. Then from there, it is a series of quick turns and hills. You also get hit with a lot, and I mean a lot, of water. Trust me, you will be absolutely drenched when you are done with this thing. The one thing keeping this ride from being ranked much higher is that the ride duration is a little bit short. It could be a little bit longer, but it didn't really take away from the overall excitement of the experience. Now, I did a full review on Cheetah Chase, so if you want to check out my in-depth analysis and opinions of the ride, then go ahead and click the link in the card above. Alright, let's dry off and jump back into the theme park to get to our number 5, and that is The Legend, another CCI wooden roller coaster located in the Halloween section of the park. Opened in the year 2000, Legend was the bigger, badder version of Raven. With a height of 99 feet, but a drop height of 113 feet, the ride reaches speeds up to 59 miles per hour and goes through a total of 4,042 feet of wooden track. Now, this ride does have a rough side for sure, but in my opinion, it's the crazy transitions and elements that are well worth it. And there is one thing that Legend really thrives on, and that is lateral forces. And that is the feeling of getting dragged to the left or to the right in your seat. Some may find this uncomfortable, but I absolutely love that feeling. Now, one of the main reasons this ride makes the top 5 is for its fantastic night ride. As with every wooden coaster at Holiday World, the ride is uniquely crafted to fit the terrain. So as you're flying through the trees, you cannot see a dang thing, making the experience terrifying as the unexpected drops and turns come at you in rapid succession. So if you ride this during the day and think, meh, trust me, give it a chance at night. Alright, on to number 4, we are getting back into the water park for Wildebeest, the first water coaster built at Splashin Safari. Wildebeest is the airtime king of water coasters with so many hills that give you that roller coaster-like floater airtime. Wildebeest really set the bar high for water coasters when it opened in 2010. Now, the biggest drop is only 38 feet, but it is the amount of drops that makes this a roller coaster enthusiast water slide. I also enjoy the tunnels this ride has and the big splash at the end. Plus, this ride feels like it gives you such a long duration, which is really rewarding because typically this queue is pretty long, or at least the times that I've been at Holiday World. Honestly, there's so much I could brag about Wildebeest, which is no surprise it has won several Golden Ticket Awards for Best Water Park Attractions since its opening. And you might be thinking, wow, one of the best water coasters is down at number 4. That should give you an idea of how much quality is in our top 3, which we're going to get to right now. Our number 3 is Thunderbird, a launched B&M wing coaster located in the Thanksgiving section of the park. Thunderbird opened in 2015 with a height of 140 feet, a 60-mile-per-hour launch, and a track length of 3,035 feet. Now, for me, this ride is number 3, but I could easily see this be many guests' number 1 for many reasons. First, this ride is a modern steel coaster, which means the track is very smooth, and it provides a comfortable ride experience compared to the other rough, intense, out-of-control wooden coasters in the park. It is also the only coaster in the park that has a launch and inversions. Now, what makes Thunderbird so special is the wing-style seating. This means your feet are dangling with nothing below you, and there's also nothing above you. It almost feels like you're hanging over the wing of an airplane. Thunderbird is definitely my favorite wing coaster that I've been on, and I really love how unique it is from the rest of the attractions in the park. It definitely provided the variety that Holiday World needed in its coaster collection, and that is why Thunderbird is at number 3. Moving on to number 2, we have the best ride in Splashin Safari, and my number 1 water coaster of all time, Mammoth. When Mammoth opened in 2012, I knew it was going to be a hit, and my first experience was absolutely amazing. There's just so much to this ride. First off, you are in a circular raft where you're facing other riders. This gives you the chance to see their reactions and allows you to interact with them throughout the ride. Second, the ride has some crazy steep hills. It might not have the sustained floater of Wildebeest, but it certainly has these quick pops of air that make you hold on to the raft handles. Now, did I also mention that Mammoth is currently the world's longest water coaster giving you plenty and plenty of ride time. Finally, this ride soaks you throughout the experience, and then at the end, it gives you this big splash finale, and sometimes you're sitting there after the splash, and for whatever reason, another wave will come and hit you and splash all the riders on the boat. It's one of those rides that you will not have a dry spot on you when you get off. Mammoth to me is just the total package when it comes to water park rides, and it is why it is my favorite water ride at Splashin Safari. Alright, now it is time to reveal my pick for the #1 attraction at Holiday World, and if you've been following me on social media for a while, this should not be a shocker to you, but it is the Voyage, a wooden roller coaster built by Gravity Group located in the Thanksgiving themed area. Voyage is one of the craziest roller coasters I have ever ridden. It has a height of 159 feet, a top speed of 67 miles per hour, but the stat that stands out the most to me is the 6,442 feet of unrelenting track. Voyage is one of those coasters that has that never-ending feeling. When I first rode it back in 2016, I kept thinking, oh, this is probably the end. Oh, no, this is probably the end. And it just kept giving me more and more and more. And just like Mammoth is the total package for water coasters, I feel like Voyage is the total package for wooden coasters. You have the first half that runs like an out and back woody, large camelback hills filled with airtime. Then it transitions from that out and back woody feel to a low to the ground terrain coaster for the second half, with unsuspecting dips and turns all at high speeds. The ride just has some crazy airtime and a ridiculous out of control sensation. Now, some may not like the Voyage due to its roughness, but to me, that is just part of what makes Voyage so insane. Voyage is one of the few rides that leaves me breathless every single time I ride, and if you ever get a chance to ride it at night with the trim brakes off, I will dare say it is life-changing. And trust me, very few rides in the world make me say that, and Voyage just happens to be one of them. And that is why I believe with no doubt in my mind that Voyage is the #1 attraction at Holiday World. So this is my top 10 attractions at Holiday World and Splashin Safari. There is so much quality at this theme park that there were several rides that I loved that didn't make the cut. This is one of the reasons I highly recommend you go out to Santa Claus, Indiana and visit this park. Okay, now that I've shared my rankings, I want to hear from you. If you've been to Holiday World, let us know in the comments what your top 10 rides are. And if you have never been to this park, let us know which rides you are looking forward to the most. Now, if you enjoy these ranking videos, I have plenty more on my channel. I will link the playlist in the description below, as well as my all coasters ranked at Silver Dollar City video in the card above. And if you want to see more ranking videos in the future, hit that like button so I know that there is some interest in this series. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Destination Thrills, as we are the destination for all the latest theme park news, rankings, and content. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Cullah Hale. Stay safe and have a good one.